Hi everyone, it's Christina with Shakespeare's, and we're just about to get started with today's Shakespeare Snacks episode. We're going to be making a puppet craft, so I'm going to leave our supply list up for just a moment and let you gather your things, and I will be right back. Hi everyone, I'm back. All right, welcome. I'm Christina with Shakespeare's. We are Shakespeare with Puppets, and welcome to another very special live episode of Shakespeare Snacks. Woo! This is episode 11. We are trucking right along. So today we're going to be doing another puppet craft. So we've been talking about the Tempest for a couple weeks now, right? We've been learning about that play. We learned that a tempest is what? A big nasty storm, right? So there's this wizard named Prospero, and he creates this big nasty storm so that a certain ship will wash ashore to the island where he lives with his daughter, Miranda. And in our last scene that we saw, Prospero was explaining to Miranda how they came to live on this island, but she was getting distracted by the beautiful butterfly puppets that we made. So that's not the end of the story. You might also remember we made some airy spirit puppets, and our airy spirits kind of serve the wizard Prospero, right? Well, Prospero has another servant who is not so nice as Ariel, our airy spirit. He has another servant named Caliban. So Caliban is not so nice. And some people will argue if he's actually a monster or just a really bad person, but I thought it would be fun to go all out and make his outside as nasty as his inside. So we're going to see what makes Caliban so nasty and monstrous in our next Shakespeare Snacks. So today we are going to make monster marionettes to represent Caliban. Okay, let's do it. So let's go over our supply list and give you a few more minutes if you need. The first thing we'll need is a toilet paper roll. We will need some construction paper. In my sample, I used green and yellow. You'll also need some red and just some regular white, or you can use whatever colors you want. I might make my monster blue this time, just for funsies. So construction paper, you'll need some scissors. You will need a glue stick, and a pencil, a stapler, and if you have them, you can use some googly eyes, but I will also show you how you can make eyes without googly eyes if you don't have them. All right, let's get started. So, as I said, I think I'm going to make my monster blue instead of green this time. You can make your monster whatever color you want. So all I'm going to do, I'll do it on this side. I'm just going to hold my roll up against my paper so that I know how much I need to cover it. And I'll just make a little cut just to mark that spot. Or you can draw a little line with your pencil if you want. So that's about how much I need, and I'm just going to cut straight across my sheet of paper. There we go. So now I can cover my roll with whatever color I choose. And I will only need about that much, so I'm going to cut off the extra here. Maybe I can use that for something else. I will set that aside. I'm going to take my glue stick. Hi, Gina. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to take my glue stick and glue my construction paper to my roll. There we go. And we'll just roll it all the way around. And I'm going to put a little extra here on the edge to make sure it stays. Okay. Ta-da. Alrighty. Now, let's make some arms and some legs for our monster marionette. Okay, so I've made the body blue. Let's see, I think for my arms and legs, let's do some orange. Yeah, let's get a nice sheet of orange. Okay, so I have this really bright orange. I think that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to keep pressing this down so that it stays in place. So all I need to do here for the arms and legs is I'm just going to cut a few strips, 4 to be exact, 2 for the arms, 2 for the legs. So I will cut about that much, just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And now we're going to do something really fun called an accordion fold. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take the end and fold a little square. And now I'm going to take my little square and bend it backwards and fold it the other way. And then I'm going to fold it forward and then backward, and then forward and then backward, forward and backward, forward, backward, forward. And now when I open up my little strip of paper, I have this really fun accordion shape. So this is how we're going to make our fun arms and legs for our monster marionette. So I've got 1 down, 3 to go. All right, we're gonna go forward, backward, forward, backward. It doesn't have to be exact because these legs are going to have a really nice movement and they're gonna look nice and funky no matter what. So there's my second appendage. I'm going to use a little bit of a different method. Been doing this a while, so I've got it down. There's number 3. And here's number 4. All the way to the end. Back and forth. Okay. All right. So we have all of our appendages. So now, I'm going to take this side with the seam, and I'm going to make that the bottom of my puppet. So, let's take one end of our roll, and we're going to flatten it out, press it together. So this is going to be the bottom of my puppet. So the legs are going to go back here. And we're not going to attach it just yet. It'll make it easier for us. So I'm just going to glue the legs right here to the bottom. One right there and one right there. With my glue stick. So I'll just put a little dot there and a little dot there. I'm going to use the bigger pieces for the legs. Okay. So the back end where I flattened it, that's where I've put my legs. Ooh, look at that. Look how bouncy they are. Excellent. Now we're going to glue our arms. And these I'm going to put more along kind of the sides. So they kind of stick out. Like that. Let's do it. Just a little glue on that last square. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Moving right along. Look at that. Ah, cool. All right. Now, since this is a monster, we're going to make some big, scary teeth. All right. Ready? So I'm just going to take a sheet of white paper. I just have a scrap here. And all I need to do is cut some triangles. Here, I'll show you an easy way to do that. I'm just going to cut a little strip, just like we just did, off the end of my paper. And now, I'm just going to alternate cutting diagonally, one way and then the other, like this. And every time I make a diagonal cut, I'm making a triangle. Okay, that will be plenty. So now I've got my little white triangles here. And those will be my monster teeth. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 on the top and I'm going to do 2 on the bottom. Your monster can have as many teeth as you want. Once again, I'll use my glue stick and I'll just put a little bit of glue right on the edge, right on one of the flat edges of my triangle. I'm going to glue it right to the edge of my roll and then bend it down. Great. So let's do a couple more teeth. Same way. Put it right on the edge of my roll and then bend it down. Okay. So, as we have learned, what a tempest means, right? Big nasty storm. So does anybody know the saying, April showers bring May flowers? So we've gotten a couple of showers recently. I'm in New York. I don't know where you all are watching from. But we have had some showers lately, so I am looking forward to the May flowers. Be very nice. They're They're coming soon. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Here's my teeth. And if you want, you can kind of squish down this mouth just a little bit, give it a little shape. But we don't want to flatten it quite as much as we did at the bottom. Okay. Let's make some eyes. Oh, you know what? Let's do the mouth first, because when I glued on these teeth, you can see where I glued them on, right? So I'm just going to make a red strip and go all the way around for a mouth. So I've got my red paper, and I'm just going to cut, once again, just a strip. Pretty skinny this time. Don't need much, just like that. I'm going to put some glue all along one side of my paper. All right, and I probably won't need this much. I'm just going to start on the bottom and wrap it all the way around the front end of my puppet. That will be my monster's mouth. I have a little extra I can cut off. Hold it into place. Excellent. Ooh, look at that. Okay, coming right along. Now let's do the eyes. Once again, I'm going to take my orange paper, what I have left, and I'm just going to make a little fold anywhere on the paper. And this is just so I can cut out two shapes at once. So I'm going to start from the bottom here, and I'm just going to cut out a dome shape. I'll show you. Almost like if you think of your finger. You could even trace your finger if you want. Just like that. So let's cut that out. And now, because I folded my paper, I only have to cut it once, and I will have two of the exact same shape. There we go. So I'm going to take the bottom and just fold it like that. And same thing with the other one. So now I can put some glue on that bottom tab that we just folded, and my two little eyes will stick up from my puppet. All right, so the glue is going to go right on the bottom where we just folded. I'm going to put it right about there. And same thing with the other one. Right about there. All right. So, if you don't have googly eyes, in my little sample I just put on some googly eyes. But if you don't have them, you can just take a little scrap of white paper. You can fold it just like we just did, and you can draw a circle anywhere on that paper and then cut it out. And so because it's folded, when you cut it out, you'll have two of the exact same shape, two circles. Okay, so let's glue those on. I'm going to glue them right onto these little eyes that we just made. I think there's some glue getting on my fingers. There we go. One more. Okay, now we'll just take a black marker and draw another little black circle inside those eyes for the pupils, which is the black part of the eye. This eye needs a little more glue. Okay. Let's fix that right up. And we are almost done with our monster marionettes. Let's fix him up right here. Okay. All right. So we have a monster, basically, right? Now we just need to make it into a puppet. So today we're making marionettes. So somewhere kind of towards the back, it's going to be in the center, so kind of between where the two eyes are, right about there. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to poke a hole. There we go. Just like that. And now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to go up through that same hole that I just made. And the reason why I wanted to use a pencil today is because where the metal part, where the eraser is, can kind of help to hold your pencil into place so you have a really good control of your marionette. Now, where the back end is, that fold that we made, I can just take my stapler, and if you need a helper for this, please ask. Just quick little staple on one side and on the other, just to hold it into place. Okay, yeah. And there we go. Now we have our monster marionette. And I really like the accordion fold arms and legs because as you move your puppet around, they kind of flop in a really fun way. Okay, so there we have it. And if you want to decorate your puppet even more, if you want to take some markers and draw some little spots or scales or anything you want, maybe add a tail, you can do anything that you want with your puppet. This is just an inspiration for you. So, thank you again for joining us. We have our Shakespeare Snacks videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And so on Thursday, be sure and bring your monster marionette. As we said, these are representing Caliban, who's another character that we're going to meet on Thursday. And Caliban is not so nice. So that's why we made our monster puppets, because he's monstrous on the inside and monstrous on the outside. So we'll learn about that as we continue to talk about the play The Tempest on Thursday. And just a quick reminder, our photo contest is still going on until tomorrow. So if you want to take any photos of the puppets that you've made with us, please tag us on Facebook at shakespeares.com, and then hop on over to our website, shakespeares.com. And if you make a small donation, that is your official entry into the contest, and that's how we will know where to send the prize. 3 lucky winners are going to receive a build your own puppet kit, and they're glove puppets. They're really nice felt hand puppets, and you'll have the eyes and nose and all of the features and accessories that you need to make your own puppet character. So you've got the rest of today and tomorrow to enter that contest. So I look forward to seeing all the beautiful puppets that you've made with us, and we will see you on Thursday. Thank you, everyone. Bye.